Hey fellow nerds, welcome back. This is the Fellowship of the Nerds, and I am your host as always, Luke Skywalker. And today we have a very cool review. Today we're closing down the Skywalker family, because this is J.S. Saber's Anakin Skywalker's Geonosis Lightsaber. This is the one that he uses in his fight against Count Dooku, and also during the arena battle match. I'm not entirely sure what to call it, but essentially when when they get all out, all the Jedi's against the droids, and then the clone troops show up. Spoiler if you never watched episode 2, but then again, if you haven't, why are you here? Let's open this one up and check it out.
May the Force be with you, Padawan.
Okay, inside the box that J.A. Savers sent us, we find our Profi hilt. We have a very generic blade plug, generic display stand, our retention screws, and our charging cable. Really not that much to go with, but frankly, it's not like we need it. So let's check this one out. Okay, so before we begin, just to show you that we have a character plaque, and this one is from Nerdsleuth, and it's very similar to the one that we already have for Anakin Skywalker's Episode II lightsabers. This one's just a bit different because this one is slightly different color on the number 2, and also is brushed instead of shiny. So it just made a nice addition to have both of them being both Episode 2. Nerdsleuth, remember to check them out. The description is on the website is on the description that you'll find on this video. They're always amazing. Carl will always make sure that you get what you need, so do check them out. Now let's get on to the lightsaber. Okay, here it is. Before we unwrap it, just want to show you is the usual nice packaging that it brings. It never ceased to amuse me how they put these things on buttons. I always think it has to be so they don't trigger or something, if because I don't know if this one will have a kill switch or not. We'll find out shortly, but I don't know if it's just to prevent this from triggering halfway through and scaring some postman some years out of them or something. But yeah, let's unwrap this so you can see it in more detail. Okay, so here we are. Really nice design. Albeit it's a bit generic, but I already thought this, back in the day. It's a very nice design. It is chrome, but at the same time, it's brushed enough so it's not taking any of my fingerprints. So that is definitely an advantage for at least for most people, anyways. So that is always good. Now the blade plug that this brought was a very generic blade plug. I really don't like these blade plugs at all. I'm not gonna lie, but it does seal the emitter. We will be using our own blade plug, and yes, as I was just saying, this one do not come with a kill switch. And funny enough, I was saying about the buttons not being activated to scare some postman. It must have, because this came with the battery completely drained, so I had to switch to a different battery, but it works. It's absolutely fine. It's only a one button configuration, one button being this one. Not the nicest to be pressing, I'm not gonna lie. And then in order for you to remove the chassis, you have to unscrew from here, unscrew this button, so you can take it out. And you have to align it perfectly, because being one button, if you don't get it right, it just won't go. So do have that in mind. Other than that, I did like the fact that the core is one of those that has a little Arabic written around, which I always find that that's a really nice detail. But yeah, the fact that it doesn't have a kill switch, kind of a downer. It does not come with a pre-installed font for Anakin Skywalker from Geonosis. We do have one, so we'll be putting that one on this one, and that would be absolutely fine. But it's just one of those things that kind of is a bit upsetting, if you will, that you have a character lightsaber. Why are you not putting sound font of that character? especially when they exist. If it didn't exist, then sure, but like existing, kind of a But hey ho, let's take this one outside so I can show you what this trophy looks like. We'll bring it back inside. We'll go over around the fonts that it has, and I'll give you my thoughts on it.
You're gonna pay for all the Jedi that you killed today, Dooku. I am slow. I am a slow learner.
Okay, you heard outside how it sounds with a sound font from Episode 2, Attack of Clothes, in specific the Geonosis one, so that's always a good thing. Now that we're back inside, I just wanted to show you, this is with our own blade plug, so that is, in my mind, better. That's this is a pixel blade plug, so it's always a nice thing. Let's put a blade back inside, and then we can go around the other fonts. Okay, now that we've seen it outside, which I do think is a very cool lightsaber, we've come back inside, and I want to take a minute to show you that we already put up our bracket with our plaque that we showed you earlier from the good folks at Nerd Sleuth, which I always recommend. And now that we have our hilt here, we can check out the sound fonts. This is sound font that came with our Padawan Outpost lightsaber for Episode 2. So it was only, I would say, logical that we also had it on this lightsaber, because it is the sound font for all of the Geonosis battle, clash, fight, whatever you're calling it, that happens in the Geonosis Arena, and then the confrontation against Count Dooku. So I thought it made perfect sense that we had it. Speaking of that lightsaber, we had our review that we had of that. We discussed about the Youngling Slayer 3000 that we had mentioned that we would be taking out to get some gesture controls and all that sort of good stuff with our friends from Saber Sense. This is back from them. I have to say, is an incredible piece of work that they did. They habilitated the secondary button that I was very adamant of using, because it was a button that I'm not entirely sure why the Saber company did not really exploit. It was just there, but it had no function. So we habilitated that. Guys from Saber Sense really did a great work with this. I mean, it's really something.
There's hope for you yet.
And we added the sound font from Ahsoka, both for light side and dark side Anakin, or light side and Darth Vader in the dark side.
You lack conviction.
This would be the Vader one, which I think is really something.
I've heard that before.
And then
Live or die. Darth Vader. One is never too old to learn, Snips.
it's really amazing. As always, I cannot recommend enough the good folks from Saber Sense. So if you have any issues and you're in the UK or in Europe, you have any issues with your lightsabers and you want to do all sorts of really pretty much anything that you want to do with them, even if it's hardware. I mean, this lightsaber had the belt clip on in front with the control box, and they were able to like fix it so there was an opposite side. So again, I couldn't recommend them enough. But back to our review. This is the sound font that we were talking about that was on the Episode 2 Saber.
You're gonna pay for all the Jedi that you killed today, Dooku.
This is impressive. You can hear the Geonosian weapons there. Really cool.
I am a slow learner.
And we've incorporated some of the quotes that we have on that Saber font.
Call this a diplomatic solution.
it's really, really. It's really, really like a nice fun overall. So like I couldn't fault it, to be fair. We have some more fonts on this, so we'll go through them.
Whispers of Power.
These are generic fonts, if you will.
I am Sailor Moon!
I never liked that font.
Spectrum. Battery level indicator.
So this is where the lightsaber would start. So essentially, when you boot this up, it starts with
The map to Skywalker. We know you found it. And now you're going to give it to the First Order.
You can never go wrong with Kylo Ren. Probably a funny one to have, you know, grandpa's lightsaber, grandchild's temper tantrum, going to the dark side. It is overall is a nice font, and it's a really cool lightsaber. We'll be doing a review of that lightsaber very soon.
Hello, the Jedi.
Rey, and this is the one that we like in this one with the nice ignition.
The Dark Sword.
Ascension.
You and I will be working much more closely from now on.
Old man Darth Maul.
Good for nothing, Jedi. Fulfill your destiny. You will be Empress. We will be one.
This is a font that I really like. It's a shame that it's a lightsaber that you can barely see on screen for a little bit. But Dark Side Raid is a very, very cool one. We'll also be doing a review of that one pretty soon, so stick around for that one.
You have hate. You have anger. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Rogue Commander.
That's interesting.
Darkness.
Your destiny lies with me, Skywalker.
This, even though this is Luke's episode 5, I'm not quite sure why it doesn't have flicker in it, but
You are no Jedi!
yeah, this has Vision, Ghost, whatever you want to call it. It's always one that I really, really like on the Jedi games, and probably Jedi games are probably some of the best Star Wars content that we've gotten in the last 10 years, easily.
The General? To me, she is royalty.
Leia. And this one does have the right flicker. I'm not entirely sure why the Luke one didn't.
You've never fought anyone like me.
Revan,
The dark side.
Starkiller,
I am no Jedi.
Ahsoka's.
Dark Wolf.
This one is. I want to say this is Balin Skulls. Because, you know, it has the right color and everything. And we do know that Balin is the wolf, so.
Codex of Light.
And then we go into the generic.
Cyber Terror. Dark Ages. Hatred. Idol. Serenity. The Champion. The Dark Lord Revisited.
Funny enough, these are, a lot of them are actually characters. So like Champion is Mace Windu. This is obviously Vader.
The Learner.
This is Ezra Bridger's Padawan.
The Second.
This is the second sister. So like they are character based.
You're gonna pay for all the Jedi that you killed today, Dooku.
And now we're back to our Anakin Skywalker Episode II Geonosis 1. Overall, if this is a lightsaber that you can get for a good price, I would recommend it. It has its cons. I would say one of them is not having appropriate font for the lightsaber that it has, that we had to put ourselves. But obviously we did have that from the Episode 2 lightsaber, so it only made sense to just do a port. But yeah, like it's a shame that it's not that. The fact, not necessarily the fact that it's two buttons, that is not two buttons, but the fact that this button is really, really, I mean, look at my finger. Like, prison is not the easiest thing, so there's that. And it doesn't have gesture controls. Don't ask me why. it's a really not one, but it doesn't have gesture controls. We will get gesture controls out of course, again through Saber Sense, but it's a bit weird that it doesn't have. But it wasn't a saber that was expensive. Overall, you can get this saber for, I would say, in the range of like 250 to 350 pounds, whatever that is in your currency. We got that for much less. We did get a good offer on this. So if you can get it with a good offer, like I always say, shop around, shop smartly, because you know there's bound to be a really good opportunity on this one out there. And if you do, it's great, especially if you're considering completing either an Anakin set or a Skywalker set. You have to have this. So I would 100% recommend it in that regard. If you can only get it for the full price, probably would not recommend it, to be honest. So you know, make of that what you will. But like I always say, shop smartly. Consider your opportunities and you know what works best for you. But if you can get at a good price, and especially if you're trying to complete a set, I would 100% recommend it. Other than that, the only thing that I will add is we want to give a shout out to Bill Hunt from the Digital Bits. We know that he just got over some health problems and he's recovering, which we're thrilled to hear, because Bill is definitely, I would say, probably one of the biggest references in the home entertainment industry. I cannot recall a time, and I'm, you know, already have my gray hairs. I cannot recall a time where if I wasn't looking to know something about home media, I didn't go to the Digital Bits. I didn't go to Bill Hunt. So we're thrilled that he's recovering, and we wish him from this channel all the best in that recovery and a very speedy recovery. Other than that, nerds, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, consider subscribing, share, comment, all those wonderful things. Let me know if you think this is a lightsaber that you think is worth to have in your collection, because some of you might be thinking, huh? Or do I want to have a lightsaber that Anakin has, like potentially for like a few minutes tops in the movie? Do not get me wrong, that is more than, for example, Rey's lightsaber, which is on screen for like 5 seconds, but it is a really, really crazy, nice lightsaber. So there's that. This one is in screen a lot longer than that, or than Solo's, or than Dark Raid. So, you know, make of that what you will. But if you can get at a good price, I would recommend it. In the meantime, until we see each other next time, nerds, be nice to each other, be good to yourselves, take care of yourselves. Remember, the Force will be with you, always. Remember to live long and prosper, and may the odds be ever in your favor. See you around, nerds.